Item: SCP-1570. Code name: The Shocked Woman. Object Class: Euclid. Special Containment Procedures: Research into full containment of SCP-1570 is ongoing, though current procedures have been largely successful at controlling manifestations and preventing public knowledge. Since the last revision of procedures on the 17th of August 1992, there have been only 15 incidents requiring the intervention of MTF-Gamma-5 to obscure the existence of SCP-1570. Members of MTF Iota-0 Circle the Squares are in constant contact with the city councils of San Francisco CA, Austin TX, and Las Vegas NV, local officials in Tijuana, Mexico, and with the organizers of the Burning Man Festival, to influence the regular scheduling of counterculture demonstrations within a 3,000-kilometer range of site. This is to create scenarios that are the most likely to trigger a controlled manifestation of SCP-1570 in locations where it will go unnoticed, or at least unreported, by members of the public. There must be at least one organized and monitored event which would normally qualify as public indecency per month in the regions where MTF Iota-0 operates. If local officials do not authorize a necessary event, task force members are authorized to proceed, and will be protected from prosecution. SCP-1570 itself is contained in the medical wing at site. Every 3 months personnel must wash SCP-1570 and change its clothing in accordance with current fashion for plus-size women aged 40 to 60, including accessories. Description: SCP-1570 is the corpse of Marjorie Dornman, a Caucasian woman who passed away at the age of 61 on the 21st of July 1989. Since death, her body has not shown any of the natural stages of decay, and exhibits a stiffness superficially similar to rigor mortis. The body measures 1.68 meters in length from head to feet, but now only weighs 45 kilograms despite no apparent loss of mass or density. SCP-1570 is capable of spontaneously projecting three-dimensional images of itself without the use of any reflective surfaces or any clear relation between the location of the projection and itself. The greatest range at which a projection has been discovered was 4,231 kilometers on coinciding with the anomalous events of that day 1. These projections are usually static and thus far are always broadcast into densely populated urban areas, although on rare occasions the projections have been mobile. See Incident 1570 to 1507 Mexican Flying Bruja for an example of the behavior of mobile projections. The projections are not tangible and will disperse upon physical contact, with the tendency to re-manifest again nearby. The projections always display any clothing and items smaller than 1 cubic meter in volume which are currently in physical contact with SCP-1570. Although means of preventing the projections have not been discovered, creating ideal circumstances to draw the attention of SCP-1570 has prevented it from manifesting in areas where it could be easily discovered and reported. Transcript of police interview the 22nd of July 1989. Officer P. When was the last time you spoke to your mother? Beatrice Dornman. Last night, around 9 p.m. We were out to dinner and I called her to check on her at home. She was watching another one of her tapes and telling me about it. Officer P. Was there anything unusual about the conversation? Beatrice Dornman. Not really. She had this thing. She loved to tape all the trashy daytime talk shows and watch them over and over. She was watching that one episode of Geraldo, Men in Lace Panties and the Women Who Love Them. That was one of her favorites. When we came home she was sitting in her recliner staring at the test pattern. I turned the TV off because I thought she was asleep. Officer P. Were her eyes open? Beatrice Dornman. Yes, but she always slept like that. And when I came down the next morning, the TV was on again. She was recording Morton Downey Jr. But she didn't answer when I asked her what she wanted for breakfast, and her skin was cold. That's when we called you. After the Foundation recovered SCP-1570 from the local county morgue, Edward and Beatrice Dornman were removed from jail and the homicide case started by local authorities was ordered closed and erased from local records. The Dornmans were relocated outside of SCP-1570's area of effect. Addendum. Analysis of the behavior of SCP-1570's projections suggest an inclination to observe social interaction in dense populations, particularly during displays of public indecency or behavior that would otherwise be defined as obscene by community standards. Capitalizing on this behavior led to current containment procedure, which both controls the phenomena and makes it less likely to threaten the normalcy of public life. Footnotes. 1. Redacted by 05.